10 o'clock in the wonderful city that is Boston, Massachusetts. Hello, everybody. I'm Arthur Balin alongside John Agarwal and KJ Hoover. Welcome to the morning show. Our number is always 617-466-2166. Call in. We're going to be talking about a bunch of topics today, so let's get the show on the road. Now, yesterday, the NCAA announced the sanctions that are going to be doled out to the Penn State football program in response to the Jerry Sandusky scandal. And it's been a controversial issue, and I know you guys have had different opinions. I think they didn't go far enough, and I'll look for you guys' input. I think that the NCAA, while the penalties were unprecedented, they could have gone a lot farther. They should have gone a lot farther. I think they should have put the death penalty on top of the penalties that they gave out.
The only thing that I disagree with you is that they shouldn't have taken Joe Pa's record away, because...
Why?
No, not because it was the players that earned it, as well as the coach.
No, but the coach still benefited from not reporting the Sandusky scandal.
Matt McQuarrie is Joe Pa's last win in '97. He went from first in the all-time wins in the FBS to now he's number 12. And that man was a living legend until whatever they did with him, fired him.
But yeah.
And then he died because he wasn't on the football field. That's why he died. It wasn't lung cancer.
KJ Hoover was a motivational speaker in a previous life. All right, we got a caller on the line. We got Stephanie in Suffolk. What's up, Stephanie?
Hey guys, long time listener, first time caller. I was just wondering how you think Penn State is going to do this year, with all this going on, the football team, what kind of record do you think they're having? Do you think they're going to be able to win games at all this season, or how do you think it's going to go for them?
I think they should win at least 7 to 8 games. And although they can't get into a bowl game because of the suspensions, so it's good for them to win, but it's not really worth it because they don't really have anything to work forward to besides winning games.
I agree with John. They'll win about 7 or 8 games, but next year they won't be above 500 because these scholarship penalties will really take hold in the next couple of years. It's going to be a very slow, painful process for Penn State.
Me coming from a football background, I do believe that they will, forget about it, but push it off their minds and play like they were going to win. We're going to be able to play for the national title game and just take it one game at a time. I see them winning at least 9 games.
All right, well, Penn State's obviously a very important thing. I know, John, you wanted to talk about the preseason NFL situation. A lot of big moves in off-season, namely one, Tim Tebow getting traded to the New York Jets. Obviously, there's a lot of other situations in the National Football League. What do you think teams are feeling going into training camp?
Well, I feel like with having Peyton Manning now on the Denver Broncos, and also Tim Tebow being a new, I guess you could say, franchise tag to the Jets, there's a lot of controversy between who's a better quarterback. And this, obviously, Manning has a better reputation, but he's aging, and Tebow could take Sanchez's spot, possibly.
First of all, I'll say that Tebow has no place starting over Mark Sanchez. Tim Tebow is a mediocre quarterback at best, and if Tebow ends up starting over Mark Sanchez, it's going to be because of media attention and the fact that Jets fans are just too darn impatient. Now, I think that Peyton Manning going to the Denver Broncos will be a huge asset to them, and they'll just keep getting better because of him. And what do you think?
I got a solution for the Jets. Since Tebow can only play in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line, put Sanchez in the first 3 and then Tebow in the last one, and then they'll win all the time. They won't be beaten.
And Tebow's more of a running back than he is really a quarterback.
Yeah, I see Tebow being used more in the Wildcat, but again, you never know. I have no idea what Mike Tannenbaum was thinking by acquiring Tim Tebow from the Denver Broncos. There's just really no reason for it.
No, he's simply thinking that Mark Sanchez is not as good as everyone thought he was going to be, so he needed somebody who actually can play.
Well, that's all the time we have today. On behalf of KJ Hoover and John Agarwald, I'm Arthur Balin. Try to do better next time. Up next is Mike and Mike. Have a good day.
I thought this